Okay, this video is continuing Chapter 12, Section 2, working with the formula now for the annuities. So let's look at number 17. So let's put that in to the formula here. Let me move the calculator over here and let's set it up first here. So we have the payment 500. We're going to use this formula right here. Every 3 months we have 6% quarterly. So we would have 4 times a year, 6%. Okay, so how much each time, right? So just 6 divided by 4 gives us 1.5. Okay, as a decimal, 0.015. So when we're setting this up here, we're going to multiply 1 minus 1 plus, and that's going to be to the negative n. So we're going to have quarterly 13 and a quarter years. So 4 times 3 is 12 plus the 1 was going to give us 13 for our exponent there. There's going to be a negative 13. Okay, and that's going to be over our 0.015. So let's go ahead and put that into our calculator here, and I'll show you how to do that. So we have 1 minus, let's just do this, 1.015, and again for our exponent we go y to the x, and we have a negative exponent, so we use this key right here. It's negative, punch that, minus 13. Okay, and we'll go ahead and go equals. Okay, so we've already done everything on the top, and we're going to divide it then by bottom. Don't know why I hit that. So let's just do this again, I guess. So 1 minus, minus 13 equals, divide by. Okay, so here's our multiplier now, and now we times it by the payment. Times 500. Okay. And there's our answer. 66 rounds to the 76 rounds up then. Okay, so that's how we get that. It's just formula driven. So let's do another one of those. Okay, again we're putting it into the formula. So our payment is number 18 now, 280. We're doing monthly at 3%. So 3% divided by 12. I'm going to move that over 2 then, so that's going to be 1 minus 1.0025 over 0.0025. Okay, because we've taken care of that, the 1 plus, we just did it in one step. Okay, so we're going to go monthly for 5 years, and so 12 times 5 is going to be 60, so we're going to have a minus 60 up there. Alright, so let me scoot this up here so we can see it on the calculator. And I want to actually move it up here because I want you to be able to see the keys on this one. So let's go ahead and take care of the 1, because we can do that here on the kit. Whoops. Fat fingers. So 1 minus 1.0025 y to the x minus, okay, using that key right there, 60 equals. Okay, taking care of everything on the top. So now we're going to divide by denominator. 0.0025 equals, multiply by our payment. Oops. Did it all go away? It did. I love that. Okay, so 1 minus 1.0025 y to the x negative 60 equals, divide by 0.0025. equals, divide by, or actually we're going to multiply now here, right? So let's change our sign, times the 280. There we go. 15,000. So this answer then is 15,582.66. So if you can get it without your calculator working correctly. So the buttons then, in order to get that negative, is just going to be your plus, minus, and your exponent. So get your exponent, and then hit your plus or minus key to get the negative exponent that you need for the formula. All right. So let's do one here. Number 20 is an annuity due. And the annuity due, remember, has that extra step. Okay, so let's just do one of those. So we have our formula. So we have 1100, okay, times 1 minus 1 plus the interest rate. So this annually, so we're just going to move it over to 0.058. So 1 minus 1.058, okay, and that's going to be 5 years, so it's just going to be a negative 5 on that over 0.058. See everything in the setup? Everybody okay with that? So get my calculator woken up again. So let's scoot this up here then, now that we've got it in the formula. So clear that all out. So 1 minus 1.058 y to the x, that gives us our exponent, negative 5 equals, divide by your 0.058 equals, okay, times now your payment, equals, okay. Now remember the answer here, or maybe you don't because I didn't write it in there. Okay, I need 492914. Well, that's not it yet, is it? Right, because it's an annuity due, so we have that extra step. So now we're going to multiply that by 1 plus the interest rate, so 1.058. Now we get our number. Okay, so remember, annuities due, extra step. Have to do that times 1 plus the interest rate. Okay. All right, let's do one word problem there. Okay, this is number 24. It's one you're not doing, so I thought I'd show it to you. Norm Legend has been awarded a scholarship for Canmore College, love the name. For the 4 years, he'll receive $3,500 for tuition at the beginning of each quarter. That's a key piece, the beginning of each quarter. That means, right, it's an annuity due. Whenever you see beginning, it's an annuity due, so you have that extra step. How much must the school set aside an account earning 3% interest compounded quarterly to pay his scholarship? Okay, so, well, first off, what is our going-to-bear interest rate? We have 3%, and it's divided by 4, right? Because it's quarterly. So 0.75 each quarter, that's a percent, so as a decimal, 0.0075. Okay, everybody okay with that? 3% divided by 4 quarters gives us that. So now we know what that is. So let's go ahead and set up our, it's going to get 3,500 times 1 minus 1 plus the interest rate. So we have 1.0075. I'm going to leave it in the bracket because they did. Minus, he's going to do that quarterly for 4 years. Okay, so that's going to be 12 times, right? Okay. Oh, 16. Quarterly for 4 years, so minus 16. Yeah, slipped a cog there. Okay, so it's going to be minus 16 over, right, 0.0075. And then that last piece there, 1 plus the interest rate, 1.0075. So now we've got everything filled in. Now we just have to plug it into the calculator. So I'm going to scoot this up there where you can see all the calculator keys and make sure we have this. So we're going to take care of the middle first with the exponent. So 1 minus 1.0075, okay, y to the x to get the exponent. There we go. Minus 16. Okay, equals, divide by 0 equals, okay, we're still not, okay, times the 350, or 3,500 anyway, equals times 1.0075. I love it with my fat fingers. Okay, so now I get to start all over. So, but you kind of see how it does. I'll just write the answer down because we know how it is. It's just fat fingers on my part here. So he would then get a total of 52,979.48. Okay? It's just once you get the setup, then just going through. And the key here to doing this is whenever you see that beginning in the word problem, it's going to be an annuity do. Annuity do. Okay? So the formula isn't bad. Write everything in, plug it in. Make sure you're touching the right buttons on the calculator because I need one with bigger keys because I have big fingers. Okay? So I think you'll be just fine. It's nothing more than we've doing. It's just simply we're taking money out versus getting money or putting money in versus section 1. So have fun with these.